Gentlemen, I'm gonna start with this one. I believe Russ will be a Laker next year because just too much money. What is it? 40 million? That's a
Yep.
lot of money to owe somebody. Unless you're just trying to sell tickets at
And
this
the
point.
and the problem is teams don't even want to trade for him. They want him and a draft pick now. Like
True.
you gotta unload $40 million and a draft pick. That good luck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Tough.
It's what I think. As far as he goes, he's sitting pretty. He like, shoot, I'm getting 40 million regardless. I don't care. I don't care where I play.
I
I'm
got a
getting
question for y'all. Do you think and I think that he would love to win a championship, but do you think he cares like if he wins like if he wins the championship or not?
I think at a certain point you get to where it ain't gonna happen. So it's like that realization, like, I just gotta, make as much money as I can. Because
No,
really, for him to go to a contender, he's either gonna have to come off the bench or change his game. And I don't think he's ready to do neither one of those.
The
I,
So
problem is his scoring efficiency. It's not even like he can come off the bench as like a spark plug. You know what I mean? Like what he could just come off and run the second unit, I guess. But like, it's not like you'd bring him out if you're down 15 to come back into the game with his efficiency rating.
I
Where his,
mean, but I think what he's what I'm trying to interpret, what he's trying to say, he probably be maybe a better matchup for the point guard behind the starting point guard, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I
that
guess
could be,
Nico's trying
yeah,
to say. But
yeah. I
I
mean, that
mean,
could be.
I see what Nico's saying, where he's saying he's trying to go to a contender team, but he's with a contender team right now. Like I feel like why not try to make those adjustments now?
yeah,
You feel me? Like
That's
I
true.
mean,
I,
last year, look. Just I'm just saying, just hear me out. Last year, y'all tried the thing with Westbrook trying to start. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it was a lot of injuries. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't feel like LeBron and Westbrook cannot start at the same time because they both are two ball dominant players. I can't talk today, but I
It's
just feel
hard.
like and let's be honest, Lakers are not going to bring LeBron off the bench. That'd be a stupid choice to bring LeBron off the bench. So it
True.
just had to go back to Russell's pride. You know what I'm saying? It just had to be Russell's pride to just like, bro, okay, I don't mind coming off the bench being a second unit. I mean, let's be honest. Carmelo Anthony for a minute was kind of in the same boat a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
Portland.
he kind of he bit the bullet and he came off the bench though. But at the end of the day, it still kind of didn't work. But because he's still kind of bouncing around a little bit. But at the end of the day, if Russ can just set aside his pride a little bit, just aside a little bit towards, I feel like like I said, to come off the bench, and I feel like that can possibly help the Lakers to win a championship if he does come off the bench. But it's just a fact. Of course, they need other pieces, but it's not just Russ. But Anthony Davis has to show up and be the number one guy. It can't be LeBron again, honestly. So I feel like that's the biggest piece, in my opinion, for if the Lakers are going to go anywhere. Is Anthony Davis is going to be his health.
Yeah.
and we're talking about Anthony Davis, talking about scoring. I think obviously rebounds. He needs, he's probably gonna be a bigger rebounder than LeBron. But really, yeah, the number one option is the scoring. I mean, LeBron is still the number one player on that team. It's like how Chris Paul
That's fine, but
is kind of like the number one player on the Suns. I mean, no disrespect to Booker, but like that team is not first in the West without Chris Paul there. You know what I mean? Like, so it's the same with LeBron. He's still the number one player, but yeah, he's got to be that guy. Go for 27 to 29 points a game for the whole season. But yeah, I mean, for Westbrook, like I agree with what you said. Like he is in a position to win, so it's not like he knows it's never going to happen for him. Like he knows, like you have. I've been saying for years, if you have, and I know Chris Paul's never won one, but I said if you have Chris Paul, if you have Steph Curry, if you have LeBron, every year you have a shot at the title.
No.
And like, and even though obviously Chris Paul's never gotten it, but I mean, if he's on your team, your team is elevated to another level instantly. And so with those three guys, so yeah, I mean, he is in a position to win. So I hope that he understands that, and I think he does. I'm a big Westbrook fan, but like I hope he understands that because like if he just doesn't goof around and play out the rest of his career like he's just having, and padding his stats or enjoying and having a good time, I think they could do something special. I really do. Like, I know they're old and all that, blah, 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 but, like, it don't matter, man. Old guys win all the time in this league. Like, it's, when you got that many guys on the same team who can all ball, who know the game, and like, there's no excuses, man. I don't want to hear the age thing anymore. Because here's the thing: if they were old last year, they're really old now. You know what I mean? Like, you just had 15 guys add a year to their life. They're all 15 years older now. So, good luck with that. So, I don't want to hear the old stuff, man, anymore. Like, no excuses. Sure, bring in some youth. I'm all for that. But I don't know how they're gonna be able to with this Westbrook contract.
Yeah. But I think as far as the Lakers go, it's going to be interesting to see another year. LeBron, Russ, and AD, being able to come together, hopefully. AD with injuries. So it's going to be interesting to see another year with that core, but a new head coach. How Darvin Ham puts his game plans in there. I can't say, like you guys were saying earlier about LeBron, I think they have a shot, but you never really know until the games are played.
Real quick before we move on, what seed do you have the Lakers next year? With this team, let's say they're healthy. Let's say in this core, where do you have them?
It's kind of tough because it's just depending on what kind of free agency moves they're able to make. So, I mean,
I think a healthy AD, they're instantly a 4 seed. I really do. I mean, that they were, but
I'm about to say if AD can stay healthy and if he can play like a top 3 player like he's supposed to be, I'll say probably about top 5 to maybe 6 seed.
And if the Suns don't take it seriously, they could be the next Utah Jazz, where next year we see them as just drop 4 or 5 seeds, and because that team they had played their best basketball, like I don't know if they can do that again. We'll see.
But this is also depends on what they do with their free agency as well, because they got some contracts that they got to deal with, Ayton and I think a few other players too. So it's just
where you got the Lakers next year.
I gotta agree with Walt. I don't know until they, see what they do in free agency, man. Because older.
That's what I'm saying. With this core, let's just say it's this core healthy. Where do you put them?
Maybe top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, because I want to say I don't know if they can unload these contracts. We'll see if they can, but yeah.